All these ideas about putting garlic around the baby at a pidyon ben or what have you, and there are different kinds of Jewish mothers and grandmothers that tell their sons when they go to the army or all sorts of things to sleep with a clove of garlic under their pillow, all kinds of things you can find. All these ideas are based on the concept that shedim and ruhot ra'oth are driven away by sharp tasting foodstuffs that have a powerful, pungent taste, drive them away. That is, and salt also, by the way, is considered a fail-safe when it comes to these things. So, and that's the real reason, by the way, that most people do not know. That's the real reason for the minhag of not putting melach in matzah on Pesach. The idea that certain Rishonim, no one knew why this was. There was a minhag which was known in Ashkenaz, in Tzfat, in the Middle Ages, and none of the Rishonim knew why this was the minhag. So they all start groping for some explanation. And what some of the Rishonim suggested was that it's because salt may speed up the process of himus, of leavening of the dough, and therefore it's a good idea not to have salt in the dough of the matzah, so as to it's an extra guarantee that it won't be mahmis. Well, the fact is that the opposite is the case. Salt slows down the process of himus. This is something that any serious baker knows. So if anything, it would be a great mitzvah to put more lots of salt in the dough. It actually slows down the process. That's why when I bake my sourdough bread, or any person who does something similar and knows what they're talking about, you mix the dough first, and then you let it sit for a while, at least 40 minutes, preferably an hour. Only then do I add a little bit more water with salt to the dough, because the initial to kickstart the process, it'll work anyhow, but without the salt there at the beginning, it works even better. Especially if you're using sourdough, not using commercial yeast, because commercial yeast basically will work no matter just about what, no matter whatever the conditions or the circumstances are. At any rate, it's the opposite. So where does the whole thing come from? Because it's Leil Pesach is called Leil Shimurim, and there's a drasha in Chazal, Shamur uva min ha-mezikin. So as to show that we believe that's a Leil Shimurim, that the mezikim have no shlita b'layla hazeh, we don't use salt in our matzah to show that we're not scared of the mezikim, which is an unfortunate idea, because that means that for many generations, many Jews have been eating tasteless matzah, which is not necessary at all. That's the real reason. That's what Professor Yisrael Tashma discovered or came up with in his book, where he writes an article about this. And the same is true here. The idea is that to keep the ayin hara, mezikin, whatever, away from the child, you just put garlic and what have you around it.
The production of these videos and maintaining this channel demands much time and money. If you enjoyed this video, please show your appreciation and support. To make a donation, please go to www.machonshilo.org and press the PayPal button, which appears on the upper right-hand side of the home page. To sponsor a video or purchase Birkon Nusach Eretz Yisrael, please write us at office@machonshilo.org.